Hello, welcome to the third in this series of activities with me, Adrian, eavesdropper in residence at Grimsby Top Town Market for our big picture Art in the Market. Each episode I have created one of these little mini zines for you to download and print and fold, which have activities in. Hopefully these will inspire you to go on and do your own thing. But you can follow the instructions in these or sort of join in with the stuff I'm doing on the video. The first was thinking about letters as pictures rather than just as words. The second was making letter stamps out of stuff you have lying around at home, because letter stamps is the way I've been creating art in the market. But this week, this is really at the heart of what I do when I'm in the market, and it's turning sounds into words. So what I do is I sit there or I wander around and listen to all the sounds that there are going on. Some of these are words, things that people are saying, so I'm eavesdropping on snippets of conversation, especially things that people shout out. But some of them are sounds which don't have words but describe them, and I have to come up with new words. Let me give you an example here. So this is from my sketch book when I'm in the market. This is the sound of a pricing gun. If you don't know what one of those is, it's what puts little stickers with the price onto stuff, and it goes shroop, 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 shroop. Now there isn't a word to that shroop noise, and so I had to make one up, and that's what I came up with. I repeated it lots of times because it was a repeating sound. So if you try to look up in a dictionary the word shroop, it's not there, okay? It's one I've completely made up, and that's fine to make up your own words, okay? So if you don't feel you're good at spelling, that doesn't matter at all with this, because they're your words and you can spell them exactly how you like. The example I give in this little book is the sound of a bee. Now, it's a time of year when bees are starting to come out. You might get flies around as well, and both of them make this noise, which people describe as a buzz. If you ask people, what noise does a bee make? They will say buzz. But does a bee really make a buzz noise? That zzz bit at the end, yeah, that sounds all right, doesn't it? But the b bit, a bee never makes that kind of noise. It's just one of those words that's there to describe things, and I think we can do a lot better. So let's start with the bee. Okay, so I'm going to draw, let's draw a little bee here. Okay. What sound does he really make? Now, you need to listen. I haven't got a bee flying around in the studio at the moment, so we can't listen to him. But you may well have one at home, and you're just going to have to wait till one turns up. But when one does turn up, have a little listen and decide what noise it's making. Now, so I listened to one a couple of days ago. One was just sort of buzzing past. I stopped everything and listened. And it didn't have any of those sort of hard kind of... It didn't start with a B for a start. It was much more of it was straight in there. And the Z noise, that Z, most people, they would put little Zs at the bee. If you were drawing a picture of a bee moving along and it was leaving a little trail, you would probably start it with a B and go bzzz and draw along. But I think it's more of a whirring noise. It's much softer than that. So certainly the bee I heard, it started more with a sort of an F kind of sound, sort of fzzz, and it had lots of Fs all the way along. It was softer. It wasn't as hard as just a Z. So if I was going to draw that, I would do it like this. Lots of Fs and Zs together. And that's more the noise I think a bee makes. There's lots of different kinds of bees, and maybe they all make different noises. You don't know until you listen and try and write them down. And whatever you write down, that's going to be the right thing. If you think that describes the sound you heard, that's the right thing. Now, a sound that there is a lot of where I am at the moment is gulls. And if you live sort of in Grimsby or in the area, you might get a lot of gull noises too, and they make a racket. Now, ask anyone what noise a gull makes. They will say squawk. But do gulls really make squawk noises? We're going to go outside and let's find out. Okay, so I'm going to take a notepad with me, and we will listen. We'll try and record the gulls on the camera here, and I'll jot some stuff down and we'll come back and see what we've come up with. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video here so it's not too long, and there'll be a second video, and you start that and it will be going outside and listening to the gulls. That's something maybe you want to do as well. Okay, so catch you in a minute.